7 tips to help introverts make it in the corporate world. Introverts have the hardest time making it in the corporate world. In fact, surviving that world can be nothing less of a miracle. Because, and let's be honest here, introverts aren't exactly celebrated in the cutthroat corporate world. Welcome to Snap Reads. Today we're going to show you ways that not only help you make it into the corporate world as an introvert, but will make you thrive. The introvert is almost always viewed as closed off, awkward and shy, which may not be so bad if that didn't end up making them being overlooked for promotion in favor of their more outgoing and visible co-workers. This harsh environment won't seem so daunting if you know how to navigate it. The first step is picking a job with a position that you love. Now, here's how to thrive. 7. Never pretend to be something that you're not. The last thing you want to do, even for your personal sake, is to start on the corporate ladder by pretending that you're something that you're not. People can spot fakeness, and even if they don't, being fake may help you do well in those one-on-one interactions, but this is harming yourself. This can cause you anxiety and may even prevent you from putting your best foot forward. You're not playing up to your true impressive strengths. That facade is exhausting, and the image that you created will be difficult to maintain and will eventually result in your being burnt out. Don't do this to yourself. You can be honest with others and with yourself, and gain the admiration and respect of others by not pretending. The chances are that your boss will see your introverted strengths and view them as the assets that they are. Otherwise, you're preventing yourself from being the best employee that you can be. 6. Make close-knit friendships. Let's be honest, the office introvert isn't often the most popular among their colleagues, and that's okay. The mystery around you may even be alluring. But that doesn't mean you should be hunched over by your desk, glued to your chair, and entirely avoid speaking to others. It goes against our instinct to waste time with gossip and small talk, but office gossip isn't a way to network. Allow a few minutes of office networking away, even if it's by the water cooler. It'll benefit your career in the long run, and it'll prove to people that you do exist and that you're not as closed off as they might think. Make a few true friends and build close-knit relationships with friendly colleagues and other introverts in the office. Take the initiative, despite how much it goes against your instinct, and speak up with team members. If you don't do this, you'll be left out of a lot of essential things. Don't wait for someone to update you on the reports. Go out and find out the updates and news. 5. Use your strength. Introverts are quiet, but they're the best researchers, writers, idea generators, and they make for the best listeners. But unfortunately, 4 out of 5 introverts believe that extroverts are more likely to advance in their workplace than them. Because of how low-key introverts are, they often undersell themselves or are afraid to advertise their accomplishments. They don't use their voice to vocalize their idea, no matter how brilliant they are. You don't want to end up feeling ignored or misunderstood. This particular part of being an introvert, if it's harming your career, can be worked on. There's no one-size-fits-all strategy that'll work for all types of introversion, but with practice, courage, and time, introverts can show their strength and succeed even more than their peers. Your social tank is the reservoir of energy that quickly drains after one too many social interactions. If that means you have to deal with turning down an invite to go out for drinks or food, then do it and don't feel guilty about it. You need your strength. Do what you can, and you'll feel much happier. People know that introverts are an invaluable, irreplaceable part of the team. They are the backbone of each company, and when you play up to your strengths instead of focusing your energy on something else, the results will be above and beyond expectations. 4. Use social media for your advantage. Nearly every introvert knows that speaking from a screen miraculously makes them braver. So why not use social media to set the stage to realize how awesome and underrated you are? Social media is one of the greatest tools at introverts' disposal. Sites like Facebook and Twitter and Instagram allow you to connect with others in a way you can't in person and at meetings and events. Introduce yourself via social media, be friendly, and for every exchange, measure whether it's better to do this in person or use social media. Emails and texts may be best for quick exchanges, but delivering difficult news has to be in person. You can't always hide behind emails. It may feel safe and easy, but it can make you lose out in developing relationships. 3. Have a game plan ready. As an introvert, it's important to never just wing your job, especially when it comes to the people aspect of the job. Get on top of things by having a game plan. It can even be a daily game plan. Before meetings or conversations, prepare for them by anticipating potential questions and having an idea of your responses. Just like we strategize and prepare for tasks and projects, Connecting with people may need planning ahead. That said, there's a certain flexibility we need to adapt to make it into the corporate world. There will come a time when you need to push yourself slightly more persistently in front of others to be seen and have your skills recognized. 2. Don't be afraid to have a little humor. Please, don't disregard humor entirely. As introverts, we are often dubbed not a team player, and even if you didn't want to be part of that conversation, it still hurts, especially when we're surrounded by extroverts who just don't get that us being different is not necessarily a bad thing. Now, how can you battle this? For one thing, here's a simple tip: smile. You can overcome people's perception of thinking you're standoffish or closed off or too serious by engaging in a smile, laughing every now and then and having fun. You don't need to laugh hysterically, but just be good-humored. Practice will help. Even Charles Darwin admitted that there's a scene behind smiling. It just brings this positive effect on our minds when practiced regularly. In a corporate environment, smiling can help introverts appear more approachable, so show off those pearly whites. 1. Recharge. Our number one most important piece of advice on making it to the corporate world as an introvert is that we have this important piece of advice. If you ever want to succeed in that harsh environment, then you must recharge. You can take a break from the battle and have some downtime for yourself so that later you can march back into that office and confidently show your ideas without hesitation. If you're not able to work in an office with a closed office or you don't have the option to work from home, then there are several strategies you can implement in your day to allow yourself to breathe. So let's say you've had a day full of back-to-back meetings and your social tank is totally depleted. Then take periodic breaks. If cubicle chatter doesn't allow you to relax, go to the bathroom or step outside for a moment. Anything to recharge. Take your lunch outside or get something from a nearby coffee shop. What's important is getting away from that office environment to de-stress. This is the absolute key to achieving success as an introvert in a corporation. Take any time that you can get to recharge your batteries. It's essential to your well-being. If you don't, you'll notice a significant shift in your behavior towards both yourself and others, and it can also impact your work performance throughout the day. Every introvert has done this at least once before, hanging out in the toilet cubicle for a few minutes for a breather, or come in early to mentally prepare for the workday. Even a peaceful commute in the morning can do wonders for your mood. Now more than ever, research has come to the aid of introverts, as it's been found that introverts make for great leaders and employees as they are more reliable and more creative than their extroverted counterparts. Being an introvert doesn't mean that the world is working against you, and yes, it's challenging, but once you understand how to wield your introversion for your benefit, the more confident you will be moving forward with it and climbing the corporate ladder. 7 tips to help